Yo, 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 yo. What's cracking, everybody? Outlaw here, Dads After Dark. Speaking of what's cracking, I'll tell you what's cracking. That's the top of this brute can on this second rodeo I'm enjoying right now. Second rodeo, you got that right. That's Lost 40, buddy, all day, every day. Let me tell you a little bit about that Lost 40. Tell you how you get some. You go by their tap room over there at 501 Bird Street, Little Rock, Arkansas, 72202. Walk in with a growler. Let them fill one up, fresh off the taps, right there at the bar. Check them out on the inner tubes, www.lost40brewing.com. Give them a call, 501-319-7275, or get on the social media. Track them down on the Instagram, look them up on the Facebook. Whatever you do, just make sure you tell them Dads After Dark sent you. Get by there today. Hook yourself up with some Lost 40. Bicycle.
After dark, grilling in the park, making back ribs on the grill. Me and my wife, Netflix and chill. Sweet tea, roller cooler, lawnmowers, blah blah blah. Mom's in the morning, they talking, it's kinda boring. Bourbon, Velcro, New Balances, tatted on my nose. Mickey G, funny packs, that's on me. Blue jean shorts, yeah, that kinda short. Dads After Dark, Dads After Dark, Dads After Dark. Dads After Dark, Dads After Dark, After Dark, Dark.
And welcome to Dads After Dark Radio. It's a Monday night. It is 7 o'clock. It's 7:02, actually, if you want to get technical. I'm your host, Mikey G. Thanks for tuning in. I've got the Outlaw, Shane Preator.
What's happening?
What's happening? I still don't see the notification that we went live.
I'm not either. That's what I'm trying to look now. Chris just asked how he listens.
It says we got 4 viewers, but I still haven't got the notification, so I couldn't freaking tell you.
Nothing. I have not been notified, so therefore we are not official.
I know that we're live. That's all I know. So if you're watching, go ahead and do us a favor. Start tagging some of your friends. Share it. Let's get some more people in here. Let's talk a little bit. We're going to be here for about an hour or so. We've got a special guest coming on here in about 30 minutes. Who's coming on here, Shane?
We have
Let you talk about him a little bit.
Well, we've got. I'll just do this. I'll just let y'all know. I posted a picture just a little bit ago. We have the president and founder of We Are the 22. Just so happens I have a banner behind us right here with their logo on it. It's got their phone number, and it also has their website. It's wearethe22.org.
It's an organization that is bent towards curbing
suicide awareness and prevention.
Exactly. With 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and their goal is to bring that number way, way down to 0.
Yes. So they're an amazing group of people. I have met and conversated with a few of them, and they're people, man. That's it. They are people. They're good people, veterans who care about veterans. And
you said conversated.
I mean, I can talk sometimes.
That is not a word.
Sometimes I talk. I'm not always quiet.
See, it's showing that when I switch over to our dad page, it shows that it's live, but on my personal page, it's not showing it. That's some bull.
Yeah, I did not get notification. It's Facebook, man. They are always...
Man, the man's always holding us down.
It's extremely irritating. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's why I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to figure out... Like, I am on our Facebook page, and it does not show that we're live.
Yeah, see, I'm staring at it on our the dad page, but I'm not... yeah. There we go. Check out Chris Fields, and We Are the 22 president tonight. Thank you, Tanya. Absolutely.
Tanya is one of the board members.
Is it Tanya or Tanya? Because they get mad when you get it wrong.
It's Tanya.
It's spelled the same way.
If I'm
Tianya.
If I'm messed up, you can kick me in the shin next time you see me. She's one of the board members. She has been an amazing person to deal with and talk to and hang out with. She was there at the beard mustache competition.
Oh, yeah, well, you and JG.
Me and JG went. So
Mary said she got the notification that we went live. I didn't get it.
I still do not have a notification.
That's so weird.
Anyway, so I guess if everybody's getting notified except us, then I guess that's a okay thing.
You know what? Something's better than nothing, right?
Yeah. While we're waiting, man, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Scott McGee.
You know how I know you're lying?
At Yellow Rocket Concepts. For those that are not familiar with Yellow Rocket Concepts, if you have been to eat at any of the above, Zaza's, Big Orange, Local Lime,
I like all of them.
Lost 40, Camp Taco. I know I'm forgetting something.
By the way, Camp Taco is the coolest name ever.
So cool, man. But if you have been to eat at any of those places, Heights Taco and Tamale,
I think I've eaten at all of them.
I definitely have eaten at all of them. If you have been to any of those places, then you have been to a Yellow Rocket Concept business.
Well, that's cool.
So they've taken all these it's like the corporate offices for all of the all of their restaurants. Yeah, I get those sisses. I'm a little slow today. Y'all have to bear with me. I spent
What the hell you mean today?
a very long time in the sun today, and
His brain is fried.
it's got me a little bit. But no, a huge shout out to Scott McGee and the whole entire family at Yellow Rocket. I reached out to him several months ago, told him what we was doing, why we was doing it, where we was doing it, and he said, "Bro, I got you." So
You said doing it.
they donated. He just said, "There it goes." He got the notification.
Yep.
They have donated basically all of the beans and potato salad that we need for our event is courtesy of Yellow Rocket Concepts and our good friend Scott McGee. So Scott McGee is also the one who is responsible for shaking his head and saying yes. When I looked at him and said, "Hey, bro, Dad's After Dark needs a beer sponsor, and we want it to be you."
Absolutely.
And he said, "Let's get it, dude."
Let's get
So
it, dude.
We stuck it in the Lost 40 fridge over there.
The Lost 40 fridge.
And made it happen. But
Tonight's show brought to you by We Are the 22, Central Arc Appliances. Go holler at Danny Thompson over there. And also Lost 40 Brewing here in Little Rock.
yes, Lost 40 is amazing. Central Arc Appliances, Danny over there is amazing. 14910 Art Street, Little Rock, Arkansas. 501-261-5055.
Look at you go.
Boy.
Also, if you're staring at a wood right there, it's brought to you by our boy Staten Woodworks over there. Give him a holler for all your wood needs.
There will be a flag this weekend that we will have a silent auction on, courtesy of Staten Woodworks. So big shout out to them.
Yeah.
I just got a text message and I just went, boo. Telling y'all, man, my
He's
brain,
fried.
I'm a one-way street right now.
He is fried, man. I'm telling you.
But I also want to give, and I've said their name 1,000 times, but Sanders Ace Hardware here in East End.
They're the best. Just simply the best.
I walked in to get a few things for the dunk tanks. We have been working our tails off on these dunk tanks, and I promise you, if you see them, they're not going to be gold. The way we're talking, you would think these things would be looking fly.
You say we. I haven't done crap. It's been you and old JG over there.
We have been
JG's a good friend.
busting our tails to try to get these things operational.
Hey, Janie Robinson says, good evening, fellas.
What's happening?
What's up, Janie?
So
Start tagging your friends for us, please.
I walked into Sanders to get a bunch of spray paint because I needed spray paint to try to make them look a little bit better than they do.
Crayons weren't getting it done, huh?
No, they were not working. They would not. I mean, they just didn't taste good.
Ashley Harris said she got a notification that we went live.
All right.
That's good. I'm just glad where the notifications are
I
getting
still
out
haven't
there.
got one.
And
There is nothing in here that shows me that. But I walked into the hardware store. I gathered up a few things, and
real quick, Tanya said, remind us again when the event is. We will talk more about it here in just a little bit, but it is this upcoming Sunday
2 to 6.
2 to 6.
Here in our town of East End.
As Alvy would say, downtown East End.
Downtown East End. I'll shoot the address out here in just a few minutes. But it is this Sunday from 2 to 6 here in East End. But walked into the hardware store.
You didn't
and
skip?
said that I grabbed a few things, and Ronnie down there, he said, well, what are you doing? And I was like, man, I've got to put the cage back on the dunk tank, so I need some more nuts and bolts. I'm going to paint it up a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to get like 10 or 12 or 13 cans of paint. And he started helping me gather the things up I needed, and he goes over and puts it on the counter, and I said something, and he was like, well, don't be bashful. He goes, we're paying for this.
Shit, in that case, go get you
So-
go get a Yeti cooler.
Finna go get a day. Well, it's funny as we made a joke because last night me and JG were out here in the dark welding on it, and my wife bought me a welder like 12 years ago.
You finally got
and
to use it, huh?
I finally took it out of the box last night, and she got it from Sanders Ace Hardware, and we were. I was like, dude, I learned how to weld a little bit last night because I don't have a clue how to weld.
Yeah.
No clue. I have a clue now, and it's not easy. And basically, I think I'm a grinder and not a welder, and anybody that welds will understand what I just said.
Right.
So
Hey, shout out to Tanya here, by the way. She is like, I said tag some people. She's done tag like 20.
I'm telling you, they're amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, I reached out to Tanya. I said, hey, would y'all be interested in helping us out and throwing something in the mix here? So she ordered a few things, and we'll have a little silent auction item of We Are the 22. It'll be a We Are the 22 coffee cup, a T-shirt.
Where's the banner?
It's right here.
I know, but I've got it up on the screen, but I'm all backwards. It's
What are you doing?
that way.
Hey, Mike, just do this. It's over here.
It's over that way.
And before we get really far, y'all got to realize that my sidekick over here is not here right now. He's not feeling too good today, so he decided to stay home.
Yeah, he got a sick kid, and he got a little sickly from it too. So we're gonna use precaution, and told him to stay the heck away from us for the week and get better for the weekend.
That's great. But we
Hey, what's up, Howard?
Howard,
I know Howard. He's rocking that. He's rocking that dad hat. I know he is.
100%, always.
He's one of our biggest fans. Love you, Howard. Love all the Holmeses, by the way. Except for Chris. He kind of, his ugly mug. I see all the food that Chris is posting online, though, dude. Like, they cook on their Blackstone all the time. And I don't know about you, but I've yet to get an invite.
You know what? $100 bill. Is he on here right now? Because I'm not
Chris?
looking. Yeah.
No, just Howard.
Oh, well.
I mean, we could tag him. Hold on.
I will tell you this right now, without a doubt in my mind. If I hollered at Chris Holmes right now and said, say, homie, let's eat this weekend. You know what he's going to tell me?
Go get your own.
Go get your stretchy pants on, son, and get on over here because we finna get down.
Yeah, they're good. All the Holmeses are good people. Josh, he's all right. But we're going to talk a little bit about our fundraiser here in just a little bit, man. But you know what I want to talk about? What the entire world wants to talk about right now. Internet's on fire. J-Lo is no longer J-Lo. Did you see that?
No.
Her and Benny Affleck got married. She changed her last name. She's no longer J-Lo.
What happened?
She got married
That doesn't mean crap.
for like the 9th time.
But she's been with old Affleck.
Yeah.
Isn't that an insurance company?
No, not Affleck. Yeah, it's Affleck. Ben Affleck. Yeah, this is their second go around.
So her name is-
because her and A-Rod got divorced last year.
Her name is J Flack.
J Flack. She is no longer J-Lo.
So what is everybody doing? Is everybody having conniption fits?
People are losing their damn mind on the internet, man. Have you not seen it?
You know what? For this point, she will always be called J-Lo.
I mean, she's still Jenny from the block, but she is no longer J-Lo.
See, this is why I do not pay attention to the inner tubes because it's like people are really losing their mind because she changed her last name.
Yeah.
Go find something to do, man. Go get a stick
Here's
and
what I
whittle
don't
it.
understand, though. She's been married like 8 times now. Now she changes her last
I
name?
mean, hey, it must have just been that good.
Well, I know her and Ben, this is their second time around.
Right.
So, you know what? I wish them nothing but goodwill hunting. And I wish, yeah, see what I did there? Where's the, there we go.
Get it?
But I wish them nothing but the best. Health and happiness. I know they
I
both.
give two shits. They're not affecting my.
Here we go.
They're not affecting my household. They do not affect my paycheck, my food, my people, or my money. Wait, paycheck.
Tanya said, I didn't think you were supposed to go back to your exes. It's like, that's putting poop back in your butt.
That's it. It's like instead of flush, never mind. Yes, I love it. That was a great response right there.
She's still Jenny from the block, but she is no longer J-Lo. I don't know about you, man. I'm kind of my whole world's changed. I don't know what to think.
Mine's not.
J-Lo isn't J-Lo. I mean, is the sky still blue?
That fly was pooping on our thing. That's what Chase called it. He threw up on my food.
Hey, Ashley did like my joke, my Goodwill Hunting joke.
Yeah, some people will catch that and some people won't.
That's a great movie, by the way.
It's unreal. But yeah, so while I was in the hardware store, I talked to Ronnie about our little trip to the St. Louis this weekend.
Hey, Glenn Holt on YouTube is watching us.
What up, Glenn?
Yeah, I don't really track all the YouTube comments, but he said I can see you and I can hear you. He said I am a Watt 22 Region 2 responder.
That is what's up. Hey, oh wait, we've got one of those buttons.
That's not it.
No, come on, dumbass.
We have a button.
I'm telling you right now, if there was anybody over us, we would have been fired a long time ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we don't know what to do all the time.
Speaking of being in charge of us, Kimmy, where you at? She's here on the Facebook watch, and she just pulled in. But why is she not here with us?
I don't know. Well,
like she's got something better to do.
She does. Somebody's got to meet her after a while and get tables.
Somebody's gonna be handing out flyers. That's probably what she's doing.
Yeah. We got to do that. We got to go down to the Big Red. I was going to do that this afternoon, but they weren't there by the time I was ready. So tomorrow we got to go down to the Big Red and pick up 15 cases of water.
Big shout out.
Courtesy of Big Red. Man, that's like...
They're good people.
That's refreshing.
I see what you did there. It's very hydrating to see people like that in our community.
It is. It fills me up, man. It's amazing. It's so great. Yeah, big shout out to them. Like, I've got a list, just not in front of me right now, of people that we could just go on and on about. Like, we could make an entire show just about thanking everybody who has stepped up. And the word's getting out there. Walked into the pharmacy today to get my medicine. I still got a little rash and a burn down there that I can't figure out. No, I'm just kidding. I did go into the pharmacy, though, to pick up some medicine. And one of the girls in there was like, I was like soaking wet because Mary hits me up as I'm going to the hardware store. Hey, can you go to the pharmacy? And I was like, yeah. So I was hot and dirty and wet. And
bad name called it.
Hot and dirty and wet. And they were like, what's up? And I was like, I've been working on dunk tanks. Dunk tanks, your fundraiser. Oh, is that daddy thing? Hey, you know what? Yes, it is.
Everything's a daddy thing.
Everything's daddy. So the word's getting out. People are seeing it. So I hope and pray for a very successful day. And honestly, I'm ready for all y'all to come give us a bunch of money.
Yep.
Not us.
And we're raising money for a good cause. We've got some people in our community that we want to help. And also the local park here that is it's a city park, but it's not a city park.
It is owned by Saline County. 100% Saline County owns the property, and they fund none of it.
Yep. How does that even work? It's all volunteers. Volunteers go out there and pull weeds. Volunteers keep the lights on. Volunteers go out there and power wash the spray paint when somebody vandalizes.
Yeah, like Bromley Pressure Washing.
Yep, shout out to them.
Bromley Pressure Washing took it upon himself to go out there and volunteer his time and materials to get rid of some junk that folks spray painted on the ground.
They said Billy Bob loves Charlene.
It did, like 3 times.
in
John Deere Green.
John Deere Green.
But that's what's up. So, I mean, this community, man, is amazing. You got the hardware. Man, I really like, I wish I could put a filter on the community and just turn it black and white for a couple days. Like Mayberry, man.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering where you were going with this.
I mean, just put a filter on it.
You're talking all Andy Griffith.
Right.
Okay,
man.
I'm with you now.
Because that's where, I mean, we are that, that's like the outlook of most folks in this community, but with today's values and sophistications and all that good stuff.
You're not sophisticated.
No.
Hey, Russell Engel wants to know, Outlaw, how many cups of beer you get spilled on you in St. Louis?
Actually, not a one.
That is true. We did drink a lot Friday, though.
We had several beverages Friday night.
My wife, here's a story. My wife went into the little lounge area where they had the open bar at, so you can get mixed drinks and cocktails. Came back with 2 drinks and paid $53.
No, wait, that's stupid.
That's stupid. There you go, Rodney.
Wait,
But that wasn't the cost of the drinks normally. But she told them to make them talls and make them doubles.
make them look like my husband.
Make them look double.
But it was cool though, because I got on the internet when we decided we were going to go, and I was like, hey, I think this area and this area would be cool to sit in. So me and Angela coordinated. She made it all happen, and we're sitting there Friday night, and
Friday was great.
Our lady of the park is what I'll call her, because she was our usher.
Our lady of the night.
The lady of the evening. She was amazing, too. Very nice, very, very outgoing. But she comes over and she was like, okay, do y'all realize that, that all of this is included with your seats? And we're like, what? She was like, yeah, if you go down that little aisle right there behind you and down the stairs and to the right, there's your own little area that is just for y'all.
It's a lounge.
And we went immediately.
We did.
And had our own restrooms, a full bar.
Yep.
Snacks and food.
Tables to chill out
Tables
on.
and chairs and TVs.
And air conditioning.
Golly,
I can't put a price tag on air conditioning this weekend.
So that's where we were. We were in and out of there quite a bit Friday night. And then we had a 1 o'clock game for Saturday, which was stupid.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
I have no idea.
Okay, time out. It was my idea for the game. It was your idea for the seats.
Yeah, the seats were stupid.
We had bleacher seats right next to the Reds bullpen.
Yes.
Which, good story. Who was it? Russell was asking if any balls came close to us. Great story about that, Russell.
Oh my God.
We were kind of pissed off about it because on Saturday we had the 1 o'clock game in about the second inning, I think it was.
Yes, or third.
The second inning, Paul Goldschmidt hits his 300th home run.
He is now a member.
Into the Reds bullpen that was about
5 feet away.
5 feet away from our seats that we happened to not be in because we were getting scorched.
Well, y'all were getting scorched. Y'all took off.
We did. I had to get the kids out, man. They were miserable.
We would have forever been part of a highlight reel.
Yeah, because I watched the video back.
But right there, our seats were empty. But so I ended up having to
There's no way we'd have got that ball, by the way. But
no, I mean, no, because they give it back to Goldschmidt. But so I was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? Michael and Angel and the kids had already got up to go find air conditioning, and they went to the lounge that we had tickets for Friday night. They ended up in the same spot.
Yes, we did.
But I was still sitting there with Mary and Chase, and I was like, I'm going to go get us some water. And I started up the stairs, and I'm about halfway to the top, and this lady sitting there, she looked at me, and she was like, sir, are you going all the way to the very top? And I was like, I am. I was like, can I help you? And she says, I need some help. I can't get up. And I was like, what do you mean you can't get up? She was like, I've got multiple sclerosis. I'm a diabetic, and I'm extremely hot right now. She said, my muscles will not work. So I tried to give her something to drink immediately. She couldn't even hold the cup. And I was like, okay. So the guy beside her, I was like, hey, grab a hold of her belt loop and just hold on to her. Like, there's a very good chance that she could go tumbling down.
Yeah.
I went up to the top, found one of the ushers. I said, hey, bro, can you get the medical team over here? We've got a lady about to go down, and we need some help. So I go back down and tend to her. Cold, got her water and cold towels and trying to keep her somewhat cool. And then, the medic comes down, and he's like, all right, I got this, and I was like, bro, you're going to need my help. And he's like, no, I got this. And that's a typical response from people in medical that are in that situation, because a lot of times people that want to help actually are in the way.
Yep, and I get it.
And I looked at him and I said, hey, buddy.
And you're very much in the way 99% of the time.
Yeah, but this was the 1%.
Okay.
So, but I looked at him and I was like.
You are helpful at times.
Yeah. I said, I rode on the fire trucks for about 17 years. I said.
I didn't do anything. Just let me ride around.
I know exactly what I'm doing. You need my help. And he says, why didn't you just say that in the first place? So we went through our scenarios. We got her in a stair chair. We got her up to the top, transferred her to a wheelchair. She rolled out, and then me and him chatted for a minute, and come to find out he knew me and he knew my brother. He didn't know us, but he's heard of us before.
6 hours away,
yeah.
And you found somebody you know.
He was a Searcy firefighter at one point. So That was pretty cool. But, yeah, so
Only you.
while all that was going on,
The name creator travels miles.
Albert Pujols
Miles.
got 3,333 hit, and Goldschmidt hit 300.
Yep.
Pissed me off.
Yep. It sucked because the highlight reel did show our seats, and we were not in them. And it was literally the next inning after we got. Guys, when I tell you, it was hot. It was unbearably hot. How many people passed out at the stadium?
The medic, all you could hear was the little sirens.
It was constant.
It was nonstop. Folks were going down.
We didn't make it very long. I think the kids and I left in like the 4th inning. You guys left in like the 6th or 7th. It was too hot.
Yeah.
You can't sit and watch a baseball game when it's 110 degrees outside. You just can't.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was no good. But anyway,
Jimmy Foreman says I was there.
Hey, it was stupid hot.
There were a lot of people that we knew in St. Louis this weekend. How crazy was that?
It was really crazy because there was a lot of people there. But we went to an elk park.
We did go to an elk park. We saw elk.
I got out of the car.
You did. That elk was eyeballing you.
He
wanted some, dude.
He wanted something. He either wanted me to get back in the car or he
Mary, she says we sit out there for our kids' baseball games. They sit under an awning with fans on them and rolling coolers next to them.
So this time we just sat out there for someone else's kids' baseball game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we did.
It was somebody else's kids. Speaking of somebody else's kids, and we'll go back to the elk park here in a second. How many Razorbacks got drafted in the MLB draft? Like 6 or 7 of them?
My buddy, dude. So Doug Paulette, who was one of my teammates in high school, his son got drafted.
I saw that
second round,
the
46. Yeah,
Yep.
he's pretty good. So huge shout
I saw
out.
Connor Nolan got drafted in like the 6th or 7th round or something like that. There was quite a few that got drafted. So, I mean, shout out to the Razorbacks showing out this year.
Yeah, big time. Like, super, super awesome. I still do not have a notification that we're live.
Really?
Nothing.
Hey, Mary, tag him. I think she tagged me, and that's how I found it on my personal page.
I'm fixing to find it right now.
But let's go back to those elk, man. Dude, those were huge, and they were literally like 5 feet away from the road.
Massive.
Just laying there. Dude, the horns were bigger than I am, and I'm a big boy. They were huge. You could literally park a car on those horns.
We almost did. I got out of the car. I wasn't supposed to get out of the car. At one point, I was talking and corralling geese. That was pretty epic. Mary was recording, and apparently so was the other cars behind us.
Yeah, he was trying to shoo geese out of the way so we can get by. And I don't know if you know anything about geese. They're vicious little butthole animals.
They will eat you up, dude, for real. Kim asked how we liked Fitz. Fritz? Is it Fritz?
By the way, D Saints is asking and said, "Where's Chris?" He said, "Okay, I'm done. Thanks for the banners that you put up representing our organization. We appreciate any and all exposure that we can get. Tell Chris I said hello."
Hey, that's what's up. Chris will be calling in here any minute now. He should be giving us a ring
any moment.
So look forward to that. But
Mary said you were the worst traffic guard ever.
I thought I did good.
No, you sucked at it.
They moved and we got around.
Like 2 of them moved.
We got around.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie? He said, "What's up, my dudes?"
What up, homie?
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 Ronnie?
Hey, look at here.
Ronnie the homie.
Go ahead and turn it up.
Oh, we got a phone call? Let's see if this
let's
works.
get it on here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Chris. What's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot. Glad to be on the show.
What up,
man.
Chris?
Glad
Welcome to
you
Dad's
called.
After Dark. Nice to have you, buddy.
Everybody listening, we got Chris Fields on right now. He is the president of We Are the 22, and this is exciting, man. It's an amazing group, and we get to represent them.
That's awesome. And, this is a great platform for us to, for not only for his people to check us out, but for our people to check them out. And we're very thankful that you could attend here, Chris. I wish you were in studio with us. I don't know why you're not.
I don't have an answer for you.
He looked at me when he said that.
Shane should have set it up.
It'll happen. Put me on the spot.
Anytime you want to come hang out with us, Chris, you are more than welcome. But let's take this opportunity, Chris, if you would like to take a moment, tell us a little bit about yourself, tell us a little bit about the organization and how you started it and why you started it.
Well, and I'm not the founder. The founder is Michael Brooks. Michael Brooks is a combat veteran, and in 2017, he attempted to take his own life. And he pretty much came to a few days later, and thank God he made it through it. But he came to and made up his mind that day that if there was another veteran in crisis in the state of Arkansas, that he or she would not sit alone. They would not go through this alone. And he founded Watt 22. And about a year after, I joined up in 2018. And I've had the pleasure of being on numerous responses and being there for brothers and sisters that are in crisis. And kind of explain what we do exactly that sets us aside is we pick up where veteran suicide awareness stops. We actually have a 24-hour hotline. You call that hotline if you know a veteran in crisis or you are a veteran in crisis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And as soon as that call comes in, we're going to send 2 veteran responders to that veteran's house, a motel that they're in, wherever they're at. And we're going to try to talk them down and get them help. And in many cases, even transport them to the VA to get that help.
Love that, man. That's fantastic.
A lot of people don't understand, his response there was just as simple as words, but I could say a retired or as a no longer active volunteer firefighter, I cannot tell you how many times that I would be sitting down with my family and had to get up and leave, or I would be laying in bed and got up and left, or there would be a party at the house and I would had to leave. Same thing with these people, these folks right here, man. There's no scheduled event that says, "Hey, man, alarm's going off. I got to go." It takes a special breed of folks, man, that will just stop in their tracks to go help somebody that they don't even know. So, kudos to y'all, and I don't know. There's no words that can just say how appreciative I know that a lot of people are of what y'all do. So.
And I tell a lot of our people, I tell all of our people that are responders all over the state that, the call is always going to come in at an inconvenient time. It's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But you have to stop and think about the inconvenience your brother or sister's going through at that moment. Mm-hmm. It's a lot worse than the inconvenience of you losing 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep.
Right.
Yep.
It's a very true story.
That's what Tanya's saying over here. She's saying we are the boots on the ground at We Are the 22, anytime, day or night.
Right. Don't matter when. There's a phone number you can call. It's 855-932-7384. And it's one of those things that if you need help, man, don't wait till it's too late, man. Just call. I mean, if it's just a phone call and all you need is an ear, someone's going to answer that phone.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
By the way, Chris, while I got you on here, I've had a couple people like, man, that voice. Chris has got a great radio voice. Somebody asked if that was Sam Elliott on the phone there.
Hell yeah, it can be whoever y'all want it to be. That's amazing. Tell everybody Sam's on the phone. Heck, we had a guy this weekend at St. Louis that this dude, if you closed your eyes, you were talking to Bernie Mac. He was going to call in and talk to us. We was going to tell everybody Bernie Mac was on the show. But
again, guys, if you're just tuning in, we've got Chris from We Are the 22. Chris, so I got a question for you. How did the stat of the 22 veterans a day, how did that come about? How did we figure that out?
Well, and what that was, in 2017 when we were founded, the average in the United States was 22 veterans taking their life a day. I'm going to put that in a little bit of perspective for you. That is 8,030 a year.
Golly.
That is if you took every NFL player and the entire coaching staff and training staff, they're gone.
Wow.
That's staggering.
So where do you get your funding? Because your website's wearethe22.org. So typically nonprofit, and that's just going to be my assumption. I do not know that for sure. I'm hoping to get that answer from you. But where do y'all?
Yes, we get our funding through various sponsors, through fundraisers, our merchandise that we have available. There's a lot of hustle in going into it, especially this day and age. It's getting harder and harder to fundraise.
Oh,
Trust me.
We're trying to do a community fundraiser, and it's been like pulling teeth.
You're talking to. I have been my entire life has been about fundraising, and yeah, I understand the word hustle is in all caps right now.
Right. And we do have quite a bit of expenses. Our main priority is the safety of our responders. We're putting them in level 3A plus body armor to go into these responses. I don't ever want to lose a responder ever.
That's not something I would think about.
No, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense now you say it, but I honestly that thought never crossed my mind. I'm assuming that happens for a reason. I'm assuming when you started doing this, I'm assuming you ran across certain situations.
Absolutely. And for the most part, what makes our organization as great as it is to get the help of these guys, a large percentage of veterans, if you talk to them and they have a plan, it's suicide by cop. And which, I mean, is, and nobody wants that. The law enforcement officer, nobody at all. But the great thing about it is 90% of the time, even when we show up and it's a super tense situation and we say, hey, brother, we're just two vets like you and we just want to talk about it, it de-escalates right then and there.
Yep.
You do still have some instances of responses that it doesn't de-escalate, and we have to protect ourselves, protect our responders. We can't go respond next to
Yeah.
I know exactly. So it's probably been about 3 months now. I get on TikTok quite a bit, and I was scrolling through people's live feeds on TikTok and saw this guy. His feet were dangling, and he was sitting there, and it appeared that he was, looking at a big drop-off.
Mm-hmm.
And seen a comment on there. It was like, hey, what are you doing? And his response was, I'm trying to figure out if I'm fixing to jump off this bridge or not. And then I went and commented. I was like, laugh out loud, that's a good one. And he was like, no, I'm being serious. So the account that I was on, I couldn't go live on. So I immediately jumped over to my personal account. I went live on my personal account, got into his live with him, and I immediately started having conversations with him and just, trying to fill him out. Do you got kids? What's the deal? Yada, yada, yada. And talked him off of that ledge, and come to find out, we're buddies now. He's a veteran.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So he reached out to me the other day, like he just wanted to, like, he made just a huge attempt to get a hold of me, and he was like, look, I just wanted to let you know that I'm fixing to be off of social media for just a short time. He says, I've got a few things that I've got to get under control, and I don't need any distractions. He said, but I wanted to let you know more than anybody. He said, that way you didn't worry about me. So
absolutely. Super
cool stuff, man. So I can say, a lot of people go, oh, I understand, and they really don't. But, I mean, I'm one. I completely understand. I completely appreciate. And
so, Chris, tell me something about some of the events that you guys do to promote yourself, to promote the We Are the 22. I see Glenn Holtz on here talking about this past Saturday. You guys had 35 professional anglers taking out veterans.
Yes,
we were down. We were down at Lake Washita, Hot Springs, and they had 35 professional anglers that were so gracious to take time out of their day and spend their gas money. Many of them coming up from Texas, and they all got to put a veteran on their boat. And take them out fishing. We kind of cut a little short. Nobody wanted to heat this last Saturday, just like you guys at the game. But we had a great time. We were able to raise some money and awareness. And to me, that's one of the biggest things to do is the awareness. Even though in 5 years' time, we've been on a little less than 500 responses in the state. And it still just gets me every time that we hear about a veteran completing and no one reached out to us or anything. And I just feel like that's one of the most unfair things is for a veteran in the state of Arkansas to not know who we are.
Yeah. It's one thing to not want the help. It's another thing to not know that it's available.
Absolutely.
So do y'all, are we Arkansas based only, or what was
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. So I'm sure there's other organizations out there in other states that could probably provide the same type of help. So everybody go check them out. We get done with the broadcast. Y'all go make sure you go follow them on Facebook. They're pretty active on social media. We are the22.org. You can go make a donation. You can go buy merch.
That's what I was going to ask. What's the best way for somebody to support We Are the 22? Is it by buying the merchandise, making donations, volunteering time? What's the best?
Absolutely all of the above, which all can be accomplished by going to wearethe22.org. You can click on Get Involved. There's a button there for Donate. There's also a link to a store. Any kind of way.
That's awesome.
And I assume your personal address is on there too, so if they just want to show up at your house, and that's cool too, right?
He said, "I don't think
He
so,
said,
Scooter."
No way. I haven't checked out the merch yet. Like, I definitely want to go.
It's pretty
check.
cool. The shirt that they sent, it's. I guess it's a good thing that Tanya only sent one shirt, because if she would have sent two, one of them would have been on my back, because it's pretty sweet. But that just means I got to go order one. So
Now, Tanya did say that, said we are the only ones who are the boots on the ground in the U.S. The Brooklyn VA is looking at us as a pilot program. We do want to spread into other states, and that's why we're doing what they're doing.
that's pretty awesome. You never know. I mean, it's like it's hustling, and I mean, We Are the 22 could be nationwide before you know it.
James Jacobs did say this Chris guy on the radio sounds like, I would imagine what Sasquatch would sound like. Majestic.
Majestic. I love it.
That is pretty. You do have a great radio voice. Someone else said on here you had a face for radio too, so that works out perfectly.
Oh, I won't even argue with that.
Right. That's why we do it. We questioned going live with the video, but it hasn't really steered that many people away, so I guess we're okay. But
Absolutely. Well, Chris, we thank you for everything that you guys do as an organization. Any way that we can help in the future, we would love to do that.
yes.
Thank you for everything that you guys have done for us and helping us with our fundraiser and promotion. And Tanya's in here tagging 1 million people, so shout out to her.
Yeah, she is, and I promised.
We're going to have to put her on the payroll.
I went and picked up this banner the other day, and I've been so busy. I was like, hey, I'm going to bring it back, and I've yet to bring it back, and I was like, I'm going to keep it today for this broadcast, but they may not get this banner back.
And they're getting it
I just
back.
need to keep it right here and let it fly the whole time.
By the way, Tanya said there's a story behind Sasquatch. So, Chris, you're going to have to elaborate now, buddy.
Oh, my.
Here we go.
We're always down for a good Sasquatch story.
So we're switching from, okay, we'll go to Sasquatch. That's the basic story to that is that they're bugging you on there is I actually rented land to a nonprofit Bigfoot hunting group for about 5 years.
That is awesome.
That's amazing. We had a guy about a year ago that we were supposed to get on the show who is a professional Bigfoot hunter, as he referred to him as he referred to himself as such. And we were going to have him on the show, and we were going to hear some of the stories and talk about some of the equipment that he uses. And it fell through at the last moment, and we've never been able to make it happen. But
That's
you want to
crazy.
put us in touch with some Sasquatch hunters, we'd be down for that.
I'm sure I know a few.
That is so cool. That's funny because I love some Sasquatch, and so Dave Marshallek, who AKA Wood Brute, he's the one that made the beautiful eagle that
Liberty
that we have to raffle off. But he has roughly an 8 to 9 foot tall Sasquatch with an eagle on its shoulder that will hold your flagpole out in your front yard.
Oh, that's great.
If that don't scream America, damn it, nothing does. I love it.
Hey,
man.
Tanya, she gave us permission to keep the banner, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'll get it back.
Yeah, I can
I
get it
was
back.
messing. I was messing.
Well, Chris, it's been
yeah.
great having you on, buddy. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we let you go?
Well, man, I just appreciate you guys helping us and getting the awareness out. And if you want to keep that banner, keep it up. I want every veteran to have the opportunity to see that phone number and know what it is and know that we're there to call 24/7.
Well,
Absolutely.
I know a lot of veterans. My brother's a veteran. He's also a local police officer too. So, sure, if you say we can keep it, it will stay right there.
So, Chris, do you guys have do you have stickers and stuff that you guys hand out? And the reason I say this is because we do a lot of. We've learned over the last several years that stickers are our biggest platform for reaching out to people because nobody ever turns away a sticker.
Well, then we'll get you some stickers.
Get us some stickers, and we will help pass them out for you if that's all right.
And,
Absolutely.
awesome, Chris. We really, really, really appreciate you calling in, and we truly appreciate
And
everything.
shout out to your whole gang. Everybody's in here. Michael Ryan, Glenn Holt, D. Saints, Tanya Fisher, Sam Sellers. Everybody came in here just for you, buddy.
Sam's.
This is a very strong brother and sisterhood.
That's
Very
amazing.
strong.
I love it.
Absolutely,
I love
man.
it. Sam reached out earlier about buying some tickets for the football. So
Hey, great.
he said he wanted 5 tickets, so fixing to have to put his name down for 5 of them.
Heck yeah.
He told me he was wanting however many was left.
Well, I'll have to go look and see how many's left. Our deal on the football is we were only going to sell 50 tickets at $20 a ticket. So that way the odds of winning increased for anybody involved. So Sam, message us and we'll talk. We'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
Let's get it. Well, Chris.
Hey, your wife shout out. She said, Carrie, she said, Chris Fields is awesome.
That's his wife.
That's what it says.
I see. That would be like me saying my wife's awesome live on air. I wonder if she wants
you
something.
have to say your wife is awesome. By law, she has to say her husband is awesome.
That's awesome. I'm like, honestly, this means more than anybody knows, just to be able to fly this banner behind us and to help support this, because it's a very serious cause.
Yep.
And
It's something
you said, anything,
it's something we're passionate about.
Yep.
I know I bought a bunch of shirts from the Till Valhalla Project online. Anything that's veteran run.
well, the Black Rifle Company.
Black Rifle
Coffee Company.
Yeah,
just,
anytime we can support veterans in any way, we try to.
so anyway, Chris, thank you, sir. We really, really appreciate y'all, and hope to do some stuff with y'all soon.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good evening, sir.
Thank you.
You too.
And guys, if you would like to support We Are the 22, go to wearethe22.org. That is correct, right?
Yes.
You-
Sorry, I was reading a message.
We
that
are
was
the
coming
22.org.
across. It's wearethe22.org. If you can't see it, it's on the bottom of the banner here. We are the 22.org. They've got merch. They've got buttons set up to where you can go donate. Information's there for whatever you may need. If
Yep.
you want to help, if you want to donate, if you need help, it's all there. Phone number is 855-932-7384.
There you go.
24/7. If you need it, call. So if you know somebody that needs help, call. I mean, it's not like 911. I mean, you call, they talk, you figure out what to do
Yep.
as the conversation unfolds.
And it may just be a simple conversation. If you just need to talk to somebody.
So, but I don't know.
You may not need somebody to come and hang out and play Jenga with you. You just may need to talk, have a conversation.
I've never been. Actually, I have one point in my life, but I could not imagine what they go through on the
Yep.
front lines. I mean,
well, and you have seen some crazy stuff.
I
so
have seen some pretty.
I can understand that. That stuff lives in your head. I have never personally battled with depression,
Right, no depression.
but I do know it's a real thing.
If I had to label some of the things that I've dealt with, I would maybe call it PTSD, but not in a disorder type of fashion, because it's not a constant thing.
Yep.
But I will be driving down the road and I will see a tree that has been, I call it scabbed, because somebody has hit that tree and the bark is gone.
And it brings back memories.
So I'll see a tree that's scabbed, and it's not all of them. And I'm like, and I'll see one particular tree that will remind me of a wreck that I've been on, and it's not a bad thing. I have, in the 17 years of riding on the fire trucks, I can tell you 4, maybe 5. I can tell you everything about them. Every single thing about them. There's little things that will happen here and there, but it's nothing that just haunts me, I guess you'd say. But I say that, and then I go back to a couple weeks ago whenever I had the grandkids out here on the deck, and you can ask anybody that was sitting on the deck. I was a nervous wreck because they were running on the deck, and I was the goalie, and they were not getting to the pool. Period.
Yep.
What was not happening?
And you say grand, you mean the little
The babies.
little baby
So-
ones, because you got 2 grandbabies.
Yes, I do.
Because you're old.
Your mom's old.
Speaking of being haunted, in St. Louis this weekend, you decided to open up all the windows in your room and get buck naked right in front of the
Why
window.
would you tell people that?
I'm just saying, people in St.
That
Louis
has nothing to do with being
they are
haunted.
traumatized. They may need to call We Are the 22.
That's a ghost. I was real. Sucker.
Man, that was a great interview. I liked and Chris's voice. You say Sam Elliott, I get it. I wish I had that voice. I don't have. I have this high pitched voice right here, which was great when we were singing Aerosmith the other night.
Dude, we killed
I could
it.
hit that high note.
We nailed it. We absolutely nailed it. That was so fun. But
Actually, I can't hit that high note. I
Again,
can't sing where the
big shout out to We Are the 22, Chris, and the entire crew over there.
It's huge what they do. I
Yes.
mean, that's about as unselfish as you can get.
It is 100%. You cannot. There was a saying that when I was on the fire department that just in general as volunteer firemen, if they don't volunteer to respond, who's going to? So if they just don't take that call, then where is that number at now? But yeah, big shout out. We're all about supporting our veterans. We're all about our first responders. So anything that we can do, just consider it done. We'll do everything we can. So
No, and I loved what he was saying there, because he was saying, basically, it's one thing to not think you have any help, and it's another thing to not know that it's available.
Right.
So if you're a veteran and you're having thoughts and you just need somebody to talk to. Some of these veterans are just lonely because nobody understands them.
right.
There's a lot of them think they can't relate to other people, but there are lots of people out there just like them that are having these same thoughts, that are been in these same situations, these same scenarios. So it's great to have that option for them.
Options are great, man.
So it's good
100%.
for them to know, to have that awareness out there that they are aware of this organization, that they have somebody to call.
Yeah. So awesome stuff for sure. But yeah, big shout out to We Are the 22. Y'all follow them, support them, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you share them, follow them, support them, give them some love. So
Yeah, Brian Franchini, he said 24/7. Please call. We'd love to help. This is what we live for.
that's awesome.
Now, that's great, man. I mean, life is about more than just yourself.
Right. And I get it. I mean, and I get told this, and I'm starting to, things come full circle. And, they always say that, when what you do comes back tenfold. Mm-hmm. And I always felt like, when I first started really pushing to help people, I was like, what's coming back? Because, I
What's
felt,
what's in it for me?
right. Well, and that wasn't exactly my thoughts, because I've never thought that way, but I've always just kind of looked around the corner going, hey, I wonder if this has something to do with the way I've lived, and then, but
We talked about karma a little bit this weekend in St. Louis, didn't
it
we?
did. We had something extremely cool, and I'm not going to go into detail on it because probably not a good idea, but a very large blessing came to my mother-in-law. It wasn't to me. It wasn't to my wife. It was to my mother-in-law.
Through somebody you have known for a long time.
Yes,
that you
they're
become friends with, and
his name is Brad Bromley. Matter of fact, Bromley Pressure Washing, that's his son. So it runs in the family, and we had a talk, and and so mom-in-law's air conditioner went out. Air Masters is who she has her service contract with, which is where Brad works. Air Masters, she doesn't understand everything that's being said to her, so I got involved, and I helped, make sure that everything was understood and messages were delivered correctly, and was trying to all do this while we were in St. Louis. And it was a big deal, but I would just say that Brad and the crew over at Air Masters freaking hit a grand slam home run and went above and beyond anything that they should have ever done to make sure that my mother-in-law was taken care of. His exact words was, one, she should never have to worry. She's a widow. So, and two,
and she has you for a son-in-law, so that's about as bad as you can get it.
He said, man, I'm just trying to do the right thing. And I said, I appreciate that. And he goes, just like you, you're always helping people. You're always trying to do the right thing. And then I just kind of paused. I was like, well, man, I guess we're a dying breed, because that doesn't happen a lot anymore. So, but he was.
You were tearing up at the dinner table. We were getting ready to eat a crap ton of barbecue, and you were over there boohoo.
I was sweetening up my food, my friend. Putting drops of Jupiter in there.
By the way, shout out to Sugar Fire over there in St. Louis. Sugar Fire Barbecue.
Ronnie's going.
Oh, and not only was the food delicious, but who was it? Sarah. Sarah was the one that took care of us.
Sure.
Golly, she was amazing.
You would have thought that was our cousin that worked there, because
she gave us free cornbread. She didn't charge us for some drinks.
She gave the kids ice cream.
Gave the kids ice cream for free. Checked on us several times.
I think she knew who I was, and she just didn't want to, like.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was?
She didn't want to give it up. She was like, oh, my God, that's Outlaw from Dad's After Dark.
That's it in St. Louis. Glenn Holt said, we have every veteran 6, 24/7, 365. That's a great way to look at it, man.
And it's amazing. I mean, what's cool, we keep going back, but what's great is the fact that they're veterans, helping veterans.
Well, and Michael Ryan, he said, joining We Are the 22 was the best thing I've ever done. Not only do I get to help and try to help others, but it helps me in doing
exactly, and that's a big deal, man.
It's therapy. I assume, Michael, and I'm not going to speak for you, but I assume it's probably therapy for you while you're helping other people. And I know you've talked about this a little bit when you were doing the firefighter thing, and when you got a chance to help somebody else, it was just as rewarding for you as it was for somebody else.
Pretty much every time.
Yep.
Pretty much every time. It's
there's nothing like helping your neighbors and helping your fellow friends.
It's extremely beneficial, because you can hear, like, some of the worst things that you can say to somebody that's talking about taking their life. And it's amazing how these words will completely set them off. Is, I understand what you're going through. Because there's a lot of people in this world that don't have a clue what that person's going through, but they're there because they're trained, and they're like, oh, I understand. Man, I've seen people almost to the point of just getting up and walking away and saying, oh, you know what, everything's good. And then you hear the words, oh, we understand what you're going through, and the firecrackers go off, dude.
Yeah.
They completely lose their mind, and it just completely escalates the situation. So being a veteran, talking to another veteran, hey, man, I'm a veteran. I've been there. I've done that. Brother, I understand. I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It really is.
Yeah, so huge shout out to We Are the 22. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do so at wearethe22.org. If you'd like to purchase some merchandise, go and support them doing that. If you would like to volunteer, I think they're always looking for volunteers. They've got upcoming events. Go check out their website. They can let you know everything they've got going on. Big shout out to Chris. Big shout out to everybody. Big shout out to Tanya. Like, she tagged like 1,000 people. So we've got the entire crew in here watching us tonight. Big shout out. We're going to talk a minute about our fundraiser this weekend on Sunday from 2 to 6 in downtown East End.
What's up, Danny?
Hey, Danny.
Speaking of amazing, man, this dude right here.
Is it a detox?
Oh, Danny just jumped in here. And for everybody that's in here right now.
You're talking about helping people.
This is the same but different. Danny Thompson is, him and his wife own and operate Central Arc Appliances. They're located here in our community. Rodney Lewis just said he wanted to give a big shout out to Smokestack. So,
Smokestack was
big
amazing.
Big shout out to Smokestack. But Danny Thompson, Central Arc Appliances. If you need anything appliance related, you need a new appliance, you need one repaired, you need a part for one, just don't call any of the big box stores. And I say this not because he's our friend. I say this because I have seen it in action. I was at a customer's home. We're in Hot Springs. They needed this. They were told by someone who come to service their equipment that it was not serviceable, and basically they were fixing to have to spend about $3,500 or more on this new range. It was some special in the counter, something or another. And it might have been more than that. But I was like, I just overheard the conversation, and I got in the middle of it, and I was like, hey, let me try to help y'all. So I got them in touch with Danny. Danny was out there the very next day and fixed their problem. Didn't charge them $4,000 or $5,000 for a new appliance. He fixed what was wrong with theirs.
When he easily could have.
Right. I mean, if he wanted to, yeah, he wanted to. But Danny's he's all about his community because he's said it multiple times since I've known him, is I would not be who I am without my community.
Yep.
My store would not be successful without my community. So
And Ashley said that happens all the time.
all the time. So y'all make sure to go check Danny out. Central Arc Appliances, they're located at 14910 Arch Street, Little Rock, Arkansas. Phone number is 501-261-5055.
And if you want Danny's personal number, it's 501.
So just a bit.
Oh, my bad.
867-5309. Seeing garage doors every way. I mean, Ashley works for a very awesome garage door guy. Chris is a good dude. He's reached out multiple times. Was like, bro, I want to advertise on your show. But I haven't done my part. So
Yeah, get on it, Outlaw.
he knows. We've chatted a few times, but
We are on the verge of setting this up as an official business, which we haven't done yet, but we need to get on it. We've been kind of lollygagging on it for a while, but it's about to all come to fruition. We were trying to get through this fundraiser first, and then we've got big things planned for the second half of 2022. We said going into it, 2022 was going to be our best year ever, and I tell you what, the first half of it has not let us down so far. It's been a big year for us, and we've got big things on the horizon for the end of this year. We'll let you guys all know about that later on. But for the time being,
filibuster.
Filibuster. But no, big shout out to Danny Thompson over there. Every time we get ready to do something, Danny will reach out to us. We don't even reach out to him. We've kind of left him alone now because every time we get ready to do something, we're always hitting him up. So the last couple of times, we've just kind of left him alone. And then Danny's like, hey, why haven't you called me? Why haven't you hollered at me? We're like, well, we weren't trying to bug you. And he's like, no, I'm in. It doesn't matter what it is. Danny Thompson's in. He's got our back. He's got our six. And speaking of people that have had our back, big shout out to Kim Cheeseman. Big shout out to Alvy Taylor at Just Alvy News. They've been out peppering the community with our flyers. They're everywhere. What?
See me deleting this book of a response?
To who?
I just got a message.
Turn your microphone on.
How did my microphone get turned off?
You turned it off, Dick.
So I just got a message from a friend down the street, and
You know I know you're lying?
Hey, shut up! They almost
You said friend. Cutting you off. Dang it. Put a big X on my hand.
yeah. So, but I was trying to respond to him with voice text, and I looked down, and part of my words and everything you were saying was jumbled up in the message. Had I hit
amazing.
send on that, he would have been like, "What in the hell did I just see?"
That would have been great.
So let me try this again. It's too much to message. So y'all just give me a brief.
Well, if you want to wait 5 minutes, I'll close this out.
No,
We can...
I need to do it right now.
All right, you go do you right now. Smokestack, where you at? We got a filibuster here, buddy. But now, what I was saying was a big shout out to Kim Cheeseman. Big shout out to Alvy Taylor over at Just Alvy News. Alvy has had our back. Our fundraiser was kind of tanking because Facebook was holding us back. We weren't getting the word out. And Alvy jumped in and Kim jumped in, made us some flyers. I don't care about your text message.
No, it's because the Bluetooth is on. It can only hear you talking.
Oh, my God. Here. Okay, whatever. Guy's a cranky old man.
I was confused as to what was happening here.
Yeah, you're always confused as to what's happening. Well, I'm going to hold down the fort for a minute. But anyways, what I was saying is Kim and Alvy jumped on it. We've got flyers. We've got them peppered everywhere. Cravings over in East End. They've now got one of our flyers on the counter, one on the door. They've got one of our stickers on the drive-through window that we left there on Friday on the way out of town. Mary went over there and tried the boba tea, and she loved it. Thought it was awesome. But we've got lots of local people over here that have always had our back, that have always supported us. Like Corey Martone over at Martone's Performance. What's it called?
Martone Service and Performance.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
He's such a silly.
I was trying to filibuster and it wasn't working.
So
I'm not meant. There are certain people that can do a podcast by themselves. I'm not
it is
one.
not you.
I can sit here. You could do it. You sit on TikTok on the toilet for like an hour.
I talk to myself all the time. Nobody
you
listens,
do.
so I'm used to it.
I can't do it, man. Like
So-
I can do the radio show thing where it's interaction and whatnot. But
So I need you to tag somebody real quick.
who am I tagging?
Cravings in East End. So the reason why I say that is
Done.
the other day when we were leaving to go out of town, they asked. We didn't ask them. They reached out and sent us a message and said, "Hey, do y'all have any stickers? We would love to put a Dad's After Dark sticker on the window of our drive-thru." And I'm like, whoa, that's big time because everybody sees that. So we went down there Friday morning on our way out of town, and we all had a snack or coffee or something. You're not a big coffee fan. What the
I
hell?
was just talking about you.
Beam me up, Scotty.
You gonna join us?
Are you okay? You look tired.
I haven't been home yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hold on,
I'm tired
I'm gonna
too.
zoom us out
But-
just a little bit.
But give me. So
No, you're like your whole head's covered up.
That's okay.
You don't want people to see you?
So anyway, we went down to Cravens Friday, and we hung out. We got some food and some coffee, and we bounced. We went live while we were there. So one of the owners of Cravens just messaged me and said, "Hey, where do you do the live at?" And I told him, and he goes, "I'll be there shortly with some coffee. What do you want?"
Just now?
Yes. So he's fixing to bring some iced coffee over here. I know you're not a fan of
I'm
iced
not
coffee.
a coffee drinker, but they got teas though. I like their teas. Oh wait, yeah, you're not turned on. All right, now try.
Hello.
There we
you
go.
is.
I can't hear anything in my headphones.
You can't hear anything in your headphones.
No.
Nothing.
You got no
But
snare.
that's okay.
You got no snare in your headphones.
No, nothing.
Is she,
Actually, lean back forward. 'Cause you're right, way out of the picture.
is she plugged in?
I think so.
Hello, I heard something.
What about now?
Alvy probably broke.
What about now?
I can hear you now.
You can hear you now.
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
What about you?
I can hear me too.
She
Okay.
can hear everybody.
How come you
everything.
don't like iced coffee when it's
Kim, do you want a coffee?
115 degrees
Not a
outside?
coffee fan.
I do not. I'm
Okay.
actually fixing to go. I haven't
You look
even
like you're about
eaten
to go to
dinner
bed.
yet. I've not even eaten dinner yet, and just dealing with life.
Well,
Had to
life
work.
sucks.
Well, I was just saying, big shout out to Alvy Taylor. He's our #1 intern.
This asshole.
And Danny Thompson's coming on board now. We're putting him
Yeah,
on the payroll.
did you see my response to Danny? He said, "You need to hire me," and you said, "You're hired." And I said, "But the pay sucks." Though.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, we'll pay you double what we pay Kim.
I just
not
get paid in
seeing-
hats.
I'm not seeing any of the compliments.
Compliments.
So y'all didn't answer. Did y'all go to Fitz's and did you like it?
We did. And by the way, I bought you some drinks and I left them sitting on the coffee
That's
table.
okay.
No,
But
it's not.
I
Look,
will get them to you.
in 6 months.
6 months. I told the boys, I was like, do not drink these. These are for Miss Kim. She will beat you.
Oh, y'all did not have to get me drinks.
Yes, I did. Shut up.
You really didn't. No.
For all the times that you brought us Sonic drinks and
Dang, I forgot to wear. So my therapist, sorry, squirrel. My therapist, speaking of bringing me stuff, my therapist went to Disney World last week, and he brought me home some sparkly Minnie Mouse ears. I wore them today.
saw your Facebook post.
They
You were
so-
wearing Minnie Mouse
I
ears to
loved
work.
it. I did. I wore it to work all day.
I'm not
That is
seeing
awesome.
any comments or anything.
Well,
On
you
your
don't need
Facebook?
to.
Yeah.
Where is Rodney?
The last
He's under the weather.
he's out sickly.
Hungover?
Yeah, that's what it is.
He wishes. That's why I told him. I said, drink a bunch of whiskey and you'll be back in a day or two.
No, Zoe had a stomach bug over the weekend, and he came down with it as well.
Yeah, sharing at the house. is
Yeah,
always great.
don't share a sippy cup.
That's right.
Sharing
So
is caring.
I can't get. Oh,
That's a Black Rifle coffee.
that might go to my house.
The only
no.
reason I let
My-
Shane brought it for me, and I was like, I want it, but I sweat. You see how
Oh,
nasty this one
yes,
is.
my husband has asked me like 3 times if I'm going to bid on the Black Rifle coffee.
I tell you what, take that hat to him.
Oh no, he has 500 hats.
No, he ain't got a Black Rifle
Yeah,
coffee hat.
I won't wear it because I will destroy it. I would have to wear it in a setting where I'm not going to sweat too much. That's why
In Arkansas, that just doesn't.
Well, I went to the
happen.
Cardinals game this weekend, and I had that Cardinals hat that you bought me, the Titleist one,
Yes.
and I took it with me, and I wore it at times, but I wasn't going to wear it. It was so hot.
Oh yeah, it was
I wasn't
miserable
going to
hot.
destroy that
Caleb,
hat.
thanks, buddy.
It was miserable, and it's supposed to get hotter.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach Sayer went out in his truck.
Oh
No, that's
yeah,
no bueno.
we had it worked on, had it working, and so now the guy's gonna let me bring it back to him, but we gotta trade vehicles. With him
nice.
being in Conway, it gets a little difficult.
Well, the wife wasn't too happy when she left the house earlier because this morning when I left, it was set on like 72 and it was holding steady at 72. When she left the house at 4 o'clock to go to work, it was at 84.
Good night.
She's not too happy right now. So the kids are at my mom's house, and I turned the AC unit off. I switched out the filter on it. I turned it off at the breaker box, sprayed it down with water, and cleaned it off a little
Yeah.
bit. When I get home here in a little bit, I'm gonna turn it back on and check it out.
Well, somebody told me one time that if you want to help your air unit to get one of those misters
Right.
and have a mister on it during the summer.
Everybody's showing canopies over the
Canopies.
top of their air units, and getting them in
about
the
that.
shade is helping too.
Well, see,
might
I've got
help
one,
too.
so I may do
I might
that.
have to put my canopy up because mine is full sun almost all day long.
That's amazing.
But I have put up flyers just about everywhere that will let me put up a flyer in East End. So
We did see
hopefully-
Cravings had 2 of them down
Yeah,
there.
they took care of us. Dallas said that, Russell said that Dallas is getting slack because of that coffee company.
Well,
Dude, hey, Black Rifle coffee is amazing. Like, I drank a cup.
I firmly believe as an American, if you don't want to support something, you don't have to.
Right.
I mean, live and let live. That's always been my policy
Yeah.
on it. I mean, if you don't like something, don't support them.
Right.
That's
You
all,
don't,
that's all
you
there
don't
is
have
it.
to.
No,
You don't have to.
I,
But
I will say that we've been in their coffee club for I don't know 3 or 4 years now. I can't remember how long we've been in, but Frank gets coffee every so often. He gets the pods. But anytime I've had an issue, their customer service has been like Johnny on the spot with
Nice.
everything. And he drinks. His favorites are the CAF, which is caffeinated as a bad
right.
word. He drinks that, and he drinks the Silencer Smooth. That's his 2 favorites.
That's amazing.
But they've always been just like amazing, and it's fairly reasonably priced, but
Yes.
but it is not cheap. So I was very upset when somebody got in my mailbox and dumped an entire 12-pack of pods.
But talking about coffee, we do our best to support local, and y'all have to go. They're basically located. If you're trying to find it, it's at the Sheridan Highway and Arch Street, just past the new school there. The physical address is 24005 Arch Street Pike, Suite 2 in Hensley, Arkansas.
Their breakfast is good.
Have you ever had their keto muffins?
Keto muffins?
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
I just rolled back in the back of your head.
They were so good, and I have not. Listen, I don't get out of the house
don't normally
early
get that effect
enough
from
to
women.
go by the coffee shop before I go to work because I don't get up that early. I know exactly what time I have to get up and exactly what order I have to get ready so I can get out the door in minimum time so I can sleep later.
There you go.
But yeah, we went and got. It's like egg and I want to say they had feta cheese in them and some I don't know, but it's like they look like little muffins, but they're keto friendly and they're eggs and they're so good.
I'll have to give that a shot.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. Even if you're
My
not
problem
on keto,
is
get them.
it's not exactly on my way.
No, it's not on your way.
And I don't service this area out here anymore. I'm working more towards the Mableville area,
Oh, yeah.
and so I'm not in
You're
East
in my
End.
hood.
Actually, yeah. Technically, I butt up to Baseline all the way to Arch Street.
Yep.
And I have the south side. Somebody else has the north side.
The 09er district, as we call
Hey,
it.
hey, hey!
Gotta go.
We
that
work
09er
in the same area.
That's
Sometimes you
awesome.
get breakfast in a show. Sometimes you get lunch in a show.
That's right. And sometimes you got to wear a bulletproof vest to work.
Well, y'all go down to Cravings, and I tell you what.
They are fantastic people, though.
They're the
very
nicest
supportive of
people.
the community. They've got great price coffee, but they have so much stuff, and I've never had anything bad there.
Here's what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to go to Cravings and take a picture of the drive-through window and post it to our dad page.
That would be pretty
While
cool.
you're there, order some coffee and a snack.
Yeah. Yeah, just go for the sticker.
While you're at the drive-through, taking a picture or a sticker, get you a snack and some coffee. It's amazing. They're great people. Again, they care about their community, and their community cares about them. So, y'all make sure you go support them.
And they do more than coffee and breakfast.
Yes,
they
they-
have lunch, and I think don't they have dinner now too?
I'm not
like
sh-
something they eat, like sandwiches or stuff in the
They
evening.
do
I know
have-
they have lunch.
Right. I'll talk to them some more and get a full list of all their products. That hurts.
We just need to get a sampler right here across the desk of everything they have.
Absolutely.
You would be left out. Well, not on the food, I guess you wouldn't be.
We're not going to tell Alvy about it, though.
But y'all go to Facebook. They're on Facebook. It's Cravings-East End. Go give them a like, follow, whatever you want to do. I think my wife's at the front door hanging out. But like I said, 24005 Arch Street Pike, Suite 2. and you can give them a call 501-860-8689. I almost bet you could text their order in.
Probably so. Rodney's over here giving a hat away. He says we'll choose someone and give a hat away if you share the photo of the window on our page.
Sure.
Yeah, Rodney's not even here, and he's
nobody's buying crap, so
we'll give one.
Well, I
are
own
tough.
everything, I think.
yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're like 100%. I love it.
We were talking about it earlier. We've got to go. He went down there to Corey's shop and the lot and kind of made a layout.
Yes.
And then he done forgot what he was looking at. So now we got to go again.
No,
Yeah, we
I
need
didn't.
I'm not really entirely sure how many tables we've got where we're going to get them at, so
Mm-hmm.
we need to get those so we make sure we got plenty.
Yeah, so
We have a couple folding. He has one folding one. I have a folding one.
Yeah, you've actually got two, but
I've
one
got
of
two.
them's
He
mine.
stole mine. So
I've got a couple
every
at
time
work.
now he'll go, let me go get Michael's table.
Yeah.
And he'll go set it up for parties.
I've got one or two at work that I can bring, but we
I don't know how many we're actually going to need.
well, we're going to need 2 tables for food.
Yeah, I guess it would never hurt to have too many tables.
We have silent auction items.
We've got
Yes.
silent auction items, so we're probably going to need 3 to 5 tables for silent auction items.
I was
just
telling
to
Outlaw
spread it
that
out.
I want you working the silent auction item just because you're a very good
I will
salesman.
guilt people into
That's what
buying.
I'm saying.
Well, that's
bidding
what
on
it's
stuff.
about. It doesn't. Feelings do not matter. We just want your
What was
money.
it? What, the golf tournament last year, I made the guy that owns Central Arkansas Appliances. I
Danny?
made Danny buy a raffle ticket for the stuff that he donated.
Right.
Hey, Danny, you want to?
Danny was such a good sport about
He's like,
that.
you want to buy the
Danny's a good
TV that
dude.
you donated?
We
I was like, we have other stuff, but hey, buy a raffle ticket.
yeah, we've got that, but I was trying to. So I confirmation today from a Bounce Above LLC here in town. They are bringing 2 bounce houses for us. One's going to be a wet one. One's going to be a dry one.
Hey, we're gonna need it. We'll have adults in the wet one.
Yes.
Are you going to get in the wet one?
So
No, I'll be too busy. I'll be
we've
wet
got
enough from sweating.
we've got 2 bounce houses. We're going to have
People
the 2
might
cars.
really. I mean, it's going to be hot. People might really want to get in that one.
We're going to have the
no.
cars that you can crush, the 2 bounce houses. We're going to have pork plates. I just got confirmation from Scott McGee and the folks over at Yellow Rocket Concepts that we will have servings for 200 people, potato salad and beans
Okay.
to go with the pork butts. So that's done. I've got to go probably tomorrow or the next day and go buy all the pork butts. I may try to go to Sam's Club and just knock it out there. I think I might get a good price there. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I'm gonna
hope.
check between that and Costco, see what they got on there.
Yeah.
I may go down here to Edwards and say, hey, what would y'all be willing to do? You want to, can you give any?
Let's,
I can give you at
let's,
least
let's
something off.
negotiate.
So anyway, there's a lot going
What's the
on.
best you can do?
Exactly.
Big shout out to America's First Septic, local porta potty septic tanks.
Donating some poopers?
Yep, Philip is a great dude. Him and his wife, they care about community and.
See, Corey, you got off the hook. We were going to let everybody use your
Yep.
restroom.
He's our people got off the hook. That would have been one restroom. That'd have been a lot of mad folks.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to the restrooms that didn't work at the golf tournament.
That is
yeah.
true,
last year.
yeah.
That was
So
not a pleasant experience.
We've got 2 porta potties that will be there. Like I said, the 2 cars, courtesy of East End Towing. We got to thank Wiggles and Giggles Daycare and the whole little area there for letting us park over there.
And they even said if we throw our balls in their playground, they'll let us come get them.
Yes.
Kendi Mini Storages are the one behind it. My
Yep.
aunt, Lori Kendi and Aaron Kendi, they own that.
Yep.
And so use them for all your mini storage needs.
Yep.
Hey.
If you got stuff, they got a place to put it.
Exactly.
Because I don't have a place to put my stuff.
Yeah, but there's so much going on. We got tons of people to thank. Big Red. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But y'all come out Saturday or Sunday and help support
You
this.
said Saturday or
Yeah, I
Sunday.
mean, you can
Come
come
out
out
Sunday.
you can come out
Sunday.
Saturday night.
Sunday.
That way you're there Sunday because there's going to be we're going to have to auction off the first ball.
Yep.
The first ball for Alvy and the first ball for whichever one of us 3 is going first will be auctioned off.
Yep. And our biggest thing right now is I think a lot of it's starting to come together. The one thing that we haven't locked down right now is some volunteers.
Yes,
we
I
can,
need volunteers.
Kimmy needs volunteers. So
I
if you-
have, so we're.
Zach going to be there?
Zach and Malia will be there.
So that's one and a
Zach
half.
is playing at the church they've been attending on Sunday morning. He's playing for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they start their last service at 11. So they're going to be cutting it close. They're going to probably be here right at, but
What?
Zach said he would love to
I'd
work.
prefer him to be out of the way.
Well, Zach and Malia I think they would like to work the duck tanks. or
That's
wherever
fine.
we need them.
That's fine.
And then I'm going to need. We've got to have some. I don't know who's going to be taking tickets.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I was
So-
supposed to do
and
it
then
tonight.
I need to have auction people. I need to have
Yep.
people roving, checking auction.
And it's going to be
items
hot,
and
so any
giving
fan-
out water.
So since I'm going to be
any fans
drinking,
or canopies you would like to let us borrow.
I have one.
I'll be drinking.
I think between us all, we've got like 6 or 7 so far.
an amazing cup of coffee from Cravings here
There
in
you
just
go.
a few, and so I will be up for a little while.
He'll be up till like 2 a.m.
So my plan is I'm going to make a map of the facility and where I think we should place everything, and then that will give an idea of about how many people we need, because we're going to need 2 to 3 people for the food table. We're going to need 2 people for the ticket sales.
And if you come out and volunteer, we will feed you and give you drinks for free. For
We
sure.
will. We got to be careful about that, but yes, we will definitely take care of those. Some folks who come out want just to eat.
Yeah, no, I will put you to work.
Yeah,
and
you got to work.
Yeah.
You got to
But
earn
we
it.
we're gonna need 2 people on the cars. Oh my goodness, we got to get a couple sledgehammers. Forgot about those.
I don't own any of those.
Those are important.
If only there was a
We got a
hardware store
yes,
somewhere.
Easton
Well,
Hardware.
Like,
Dude,
Value?
Sanders Ace Hardware has been amazing.
It's almost like he was in there today
I was in there twice today.
and didn't
Yeah.
get sledgehammers.
I had to
Spend
get
a
a
lot
bunch
of
of
time there.
spray paint and some nuts and bolts and zip ties and
You see the dunk tanks?
So the duct tapes are held together with baling wire and duct tape?
Yep.
just about.
Okay.
And a little bit of
Bubble gum.
flex tape.
Hey, flex tape's supposed to fix everything.
Yeah. The Flex Seal, by the way, I will go ahead and put a promo out. They suck.
Really?
The Flex Seal, I'm sorry, but if you put a screen door in the bottom of your boat and Flex Seal it, I will not get in there with you. just so that's out there to save everybody a few
I often
dollars.
wondered if that worked.
I bought Flex Seal and I bought the Gorilla version of Flex Seal, and they were the same. Do not recommend.
I think that needs to be a segment on Dad's After Dark.
We would do like Mythbusters.
Yeah. Did you see the episode of MythBusters where they made the duct tape boat?
No.
They made it a boat entirely of duct tape. It floats.
That's it.
It works.
Here's what we'll
Really?
do. Everybody start after the fundraiser. We'll let everybody's bank accounts chill, and then we'll start asking for money again, and we will start a segment called "Just Seen on TV"
Exactly.
and roll
There's
with
some
it.
stuff that I just really want to know if it works.
That'd be epic. That would be so cool. We need to make that happen. But no, big shout out to everybody here in our community that's helping out. But yeah, we'll get a map made and figure out how many folks we need.
Well, we need to go.
We will not turn anybody away, I
and
promise.
I don't go to bed early, but we need to go look at tables.
Yes, we do. I'm so tired, but I'll go. We'll make it happen.
You see.
I was out in the sun all day today, spray painting, and I was.
Well, we don't have to do it tonight.
No, we drove home from St. Louis yesterday. I literally walked in the front door.
About
I changed-
7 o'clock.
I changed shirts and walked out the back door,
Yeah.
and was out here till 11 o'clock last night with JG welding and cutting and doing things
At
to
least
the
the
dunk
weather
tanks.
last night was decent. It was a little
Oh, no,
overcast.
it was hot
No,
as
it's
hell.
hot.
It was bad hot.
Frank was out working on his big truck and getting stuff ready to go out this morning, and he came in. I think he got overheated.
Right.
It was
yeah,
bad hot.
it's bad hot. And then, so I got up this morning and came out here, and that's where I've been all day long. Like
Mary said she painted the dunk tanks, but Shane didn't
I was
like it, so he
about,
painted over
I was
it.
about to go there. That she did an amazing job
But you didn't like it.
painting the color that I had picked out, and once it got put on there,
You didn't like it?
it looked like crap. It did not look. It looked like I had 2 pumpkins out there.
But she did good.
She did a great job. She even had paint in her hair. I looked up at one point. She had orange paint in her hair,
Oh,
and I
bless
was
her
like,
heart.
she looks so beautiful with all that
Aww.
orange paint in her hair. But she come out and she helped and she did a great job. And then I went over what she did because. So they did not have. Ronnie's telling me down there at the hardware store it's hard to get paint right now.
Really? It's hard to get anything. Right
So I wanted like a neon green paint, but they did not have that. So I had a can of red here that JG donated for the targets that he helped us make. And I sprayed a little bit on there, and I was like, that looks 10 times better than that pumpkin orange that I put on there. So Hunter Orange does not belong everywhere in Arkansas.
now. Well, they do look nice.
Yep.
Hey, Shasta says hi, Kimmy.
Hi, Shasta. I love Shasta.
But yeah, we're talking about shout outs in the community. That family right there.
They're amazing.
I've known
JG's
Shasta.
all right, but Shasta's
known,
amazing.
Literally, I have known Shasta our entire lives.
So Shasta's brother, Daniel,
yes.
and I,
That
and
was
then
my-
their stepbrother, Alan, and I, we all graduated together. And then I grew up playing ball with her stepsister, Fonda.
Yep.
And that's how I know Shasta. And listen, they didn't come other than Shasta, they didn't come any better than her brother, Daniel.
No, Daniel was a great dude. He was my BFF all through a big portion of my life. And
Those bear hugs were
the reason why I play baseball
Doesn't have an equal.
is because of Daniel. Daniel came outside. We got into a fight. He was 3 times bigger
He
than
was
the
a very
largest
large
kid
guy.
in the neighborhood. So it was not a good fight. He kicked my tail, but he did not win because whenever he took off, I started lighting his ass up with rocks. Like he's 100 yards away and I'm still, he's like, ah, and he's screaming and running and I'm constantly just tagging him with these rocks. And then Steve come outside.
Oh, no.
As a child, Steve was the largest man in the world.
Yes.
He come out there and he was like, hey, boy. And I was like, oh, my God, because that's back when you got your tail whooped by the
anybody.
first adult, and then you got it whooped on the way home, and then you got it whooped when you got
Yes.
home. So
I'm pretty much sure most of East End had
Yep.
permission to whip me.
So I walk over there and
Now
I
they
was
gotta
like,
pay for it.
I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, you throwing rocks at my boy? And I was like, well, yes, sir. We got into a fight. And he was like, no, it don't matter. He said, he walked over and he had a can and he walked over and put it on the fence post. And he said, see if you can hit that can. And I lit it up the first throw. And he said, man, you ever play baseball? And I was like, what's that? So he runs inside. Like he was more excited. He didn't even care that Daniel had blood coming out of the back of his head, that I was putting
Yeah.
pop knots on him. He comes outside with a glove and a baseball. And he was like, let's throw this around for a minute. And he was like, you chunking rocks at my kid like that, you got to be a good ball player. And I was like, oh, now what? He said, I'm getting you a jersey and we start practicing in a couple weeks, And it
That's
was like,
awesome. He's a great guy.
yeah, he was amazing
Yeah,
man.
Jason, Jason and Shasta. I don't think you ain't gonna find 2 finer people than those 2.
No, they're great people. But JG,
I told him, I said, JG's a much better friend to you than I am.
we got ready to go out
I
of
love
town,
him.
and he was like, say, buddy, what is your plans with this? And I said, well, and he's a lot like me. He can't just half-ass something.
No.
It's
He's
got
got
to be
full
done
ass.
right.
Like, didn't he help you do the deck too?
Yes.
Yes.
That deck. I mean, he called me 8:30 on a Saturday morning. Hey, man, get up. We got a deck to finish. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired. We was out here till 11 o'clock last night. But I give him the 2 arms so the targets are connected to an arm that hits the release
Yeah.
latch on the seat. So I give him those, and basically all we were doing was had a buddy of his cut out 2 circles in steel, and we was just going to make those circles attached to the arms, and that was it. No, I come home yesterday. He calls me, and he's like, you almost home yet? And I was like, I'll be home about 2 hours. He's like, oh, okay, great. When you get home, call me at 7 o'clock last night. Hey, buddy. He done completely redone them.
Oh,
He done
wow.
put new pins and bushings, and we got to cut. We get over here, and he was like, oh, I thought it was this. So we had to cut this and weld that and do this. And, I mean, so we was out there pretty late last night. But
I could have vinyled the red circles on there. It made it look really
Yeah.
nice.
oh, so I got them. There are steel plates with bolts welded to them. They're painted a beautiful red. I'm actually going to take 2 Dads After Dark stickers and
I
put
think
one on
that's
each
great.
one. And
I like
but-
her idea better.
but
I don't know. I like the dad's after dark idea.
JG's jack of all trades. I mean, he's
He
an Uber
is.
driver.
He is
that was-
Uber with his little, what was it, a little Geo tracker?
Yeah,
What's he got?
jacked up with Geo Tracker. That was pretty epic. That was a great night.
You almost crashed off a bridge in the snow.
We did do a little spinny spin over there by the creek, but it was very, very fun. Made for great content. So
Yep.
But-
It's going to be a busy weekend for us. I know we were talking about Friday. I'm off Friday night. So we're going to do a lot of finalizing on Friday and Saturday and getting everything ready for Sunday.
y'all might as well just leave the kids at mom's and come stay in the camper.
Might as well.
Air works in there.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
So
she's not too happy about it. I didn't know anything about it until I got home at 5 o'clock, and she'd already left. And so now I've got to call somebody in the morning and try to get somebody out to take a look at it.
Oh,
It's going to be, I got a feeling it's going to be a couple days.
yeah, it's probably gonna be more than a couple
I
days.
know.
But call Brad over at Air Masters
I will call Brad.
and you tell him that I sent you because he needs to
And
know.
it'll take me longer.
And
It'll
he
take
will
longer.
charge you double and he will come slower. So anyway, I think we need to wrap it up. I'm tired. Y'all make sure to go give a shout out to Cravings. They're amazing people. They love their community. Sanders Ace Hardware, same. Central Arc Appliances,
Staten Woodworks.
Staten Woodworks,
Lost 40 Brewing.
Kim Cheeseman,
Alvy Taylor, just Alvy
Alvy
News.
Taylor, the Shasta and JG are beautiful brides.
Yes. Your wives are amazing.
He's sucking up, man. The way home yesterday was you shut your mouth. Now he's over here calling her beautiful and amazing.
I love y'all, and y'all know that with all my heart. But y'all really outpunted your coverage in the wife department.
100%.
Yeah. Mine, and it's weird is
I think she felt bad for me.
it's crazy is she is damn near a doctor. That's how smart she is. But
And she's married you.
what the?
Everybody has an Achilles heel, I guess.
I mean,
I tell Frank I
break.
married him for his money.
Right, that's it. Well, no, she didn't. I don't know what she married me for because I don't. I mean, it ain't my looks, and I sure ain't got the money. So,
But you're awfully handy, though, dude. You do get a lot of stuff done.
I listen.
I am
my
definitely
husband, I
handy.
give him a hard time,
I
and
don't
he is
get
a
crap
pain in
done.
my butt. But when he comes home, my yard is mowed. He is always weed eating. He's out there washing things.
Yep.
He does laundry. He's doing dishes, and it.
overachiever,
He takes
He needs to
care
stop.
of me.
He's making the rest of us look bad.
right?
I know, and tells me how pretty I am when I get up in the morning and my hair's standing on end.
That's what it's about right there. But
Just give me caffeine and tell me I'm pretty.
Oh, and tacos.
big shout out to Chris Fields and the entire gang over at We Are the 22.
I actually got to listen to part of that interview, and coming from the wife of a veteran, Frank was in Iraq in 04-05, and he wasn't necessarily in like some of the worst areas, but still, he was over there and the things he saw, and you're getting shelled all the time. I mean, I remember being on the phone with him, and he's like, "All right, well, we're getting mortared. I got to go," and I'm like, "What?" And just the things that you see over there, it takes a toll, and especially if you're in combat and you're having to take a life, or you're seeing some of the atrocities that these guys saw and see still over there, and they are doing an amazing. It takes a special person to take on that type of service. Hats off to them, because that's the veterans. Our veterans. I will tell you that I have people that I know personally that work in, not trying to start a, discussion about illegal aliens and people coming over, but we have people that are coming across that aren't obeying our laws, and they're getting better treatment than the people who are going and
100%.
dying, laying down their life and their time and their energy and staying away from their families for their country. And it's just, it's heartwarming to know that there are people out there that give a crap about that and are trying to help them.
They're pretty awesome. I hope to see some, if not all of them, at our fundraiser this Sunday.
That'd be
That'd
fantastic.
be cool
That'd be awesome.
to shake their hand and say thank you.
Well,
in person.
they said we were going to get us some stickers. So what a better opportunity than bring them right there.
We'll see
Yeah,
what
bring them. Come
happens.
on out. We'd
So,
love to meet them.
I think I'm fixing to go. I'm ready to go inside and
gotta go get my
suck
dog.
up some air conditioning and.
Well, see, I'm going to go home and not have air conditioning.
Yeah,
So way
that's
to
a
rub it in,
problem.
jackass.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, hey, it's finally I get to pay it back.
Sorry, Rodney drives around all day with no air conditioning.
Yeah, that's his fault.
But anyways, big shout out to wearethe22.org. Go support them. You can do that and buy their merchandise. You can donate. You can volunteer. You can go to any of their events. It'll let you know what they got coming up. I think that's about it for the show. Come out Sunday, downtown East End,
Right across from Harvest Foods.
right across from Harvest Foods, right next to Giggles and Wiggles.
Wiggles and giggles.
Wiggles and Jiggles.
Siggles and wiggles.
Jiggle Wiggle. But
Money don't jiggle,
What was
jiggle.
that
oh, Jiggle Wiggle Tickle Pickle.
Yeah.
Jiggle, wiggle, tickle, pickle.
But 2 to 6, come out and have a lot of fun with us. It's going to be hot. We're going to have shade. We're going to have plenty of water. We're going to have food. We're going to have dunk tanks. We're going to have bounce houses, face painting,
Crush a car.
crush a car, get you a snow cone, go down a water slide, do all the fun things. Bring the kids, bring the family, bring grandma and them. Right?
Right.
And
All
if
right.
you would like
Thanks
to
for letting me hang
volunteer, reach out to Kim Cheeseman. You can do so on Facebook, or if you want her number, I'll give it out right here.
Shut up.
All right, I'm out.
Bye, guys.
I gotta go.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll check you next week.
Bicycle.
Yeah. That's after dark. You already know. Moms in the morning suck.
Dads after dark, grilling in the park, making back ribs on the grill. vodka, it's kinda boring. Bourbon, Velcro, New Balances. Tatted on my nose, Mickey G, funny packs, that's on me. Blue jean shorts, yeah, that kinda short. Dads After Dark.